All right, Bunty, here's your review. I've taken a look at your site and your digital presence. It's actually pretty straightforward what's going on. So I want to share with you some analysis and then a few recommendations that I think you'll find valuable, including some things that I want to offer you that I think will help you with your SEO. So as you know, you have a one-page website, which is not good enough. You've got to have location service pages. So when we look in Zionsville and all these other suburbs within Indy, you've got to create pages for each of those. And we have training on that, which we want to give you. And then a page on interior, exterior, commercial painting. You need to show examples and pressure washing is a whole nother category. Of course, that's lower ticket. You've got to have pages on each of these. Because if you don't have separate pages for each of your services, then Google can't show people. Like we have clients that are pressure washers and they've got many categories within pressure washing. They have pages on each of those. They have reviews that cover each of those. So you've got to create lots of these. The good news is that I see on Google, you've got these 7 reviews. They're all positive, right? But your last one was not from quite a while ago. So I think 7 months, 2 months ago and 4 months ago. So it's good that you reply to these, but you've got to get more. So the more business you have, the more reviews you have, the more signals you have, always get reviews. I recommend you run local service ads. Local service ads for painters is very, very effective. It's better than Google PPC. You'd want to get your pixel going, and then we have a whole guide on how to set up LSA, but that's my number one recommendation. As part of digital plumbing, as you get a little further along, you're going to want to have the remarketing pixels. You want to have the other Google pixels, right? Not just the basic Google Analytics pixel. And I don't know what this site is built on, but it doesn't seem to, it seems like one of these one-page generated sites. I ran the PageSpeed Insights and I see that it's slow in mobile. I mean, there's not much to render in mobile. You can see this is Google's PageSpeed Insights tool, very easy to find. A little bit better in desktop, but mobile is 80% of the traffic. So you want to fix these things, ideally just by moving the WordPress, putting it on WP Engine and pay $20 a month for faster hosting, better hosting. You can solve a lot of this. And we have templates that we're happy to give you. You just got to put in your information. That's the main thing that you're missing. So when you do a search on Prodigy Painters, you are showing up in the knowledge graph. If I do a search here, you can see there's this little icon means that you are an item in the knowledge graph. So the business is there. That's good. Painter, Zionsville. But there's not much information about you. And if you can collect some stories, some behind the scenes, you know, during the job, on your way, hey, we're going to go do this job here. We're going to do some pressure washing or wash this person's house or clean their patio, whatever you're going to talk about, right? Or here's a commercial job we have and it's this part of town. Or give people a tour of your location. Like I see it's an actual business location here, right? Help people understand who you are, how you got started. All these little 1-minute videos you can repurpose. And so when I look at how you could repurpose, like on Facebook, it's not there, right? And I know when you're like small, just getting going, you don't really have, maybe you don't have the strategy yet, but there's not really all the signals that you need to bring everything together. So obviously you got to claim your socials. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. We have a service for $200 one time. We can do that for you, or you could follow our guide on how to create local citations. But when you create all your socials, those should all link to you down here in the footer, right? And this is just a common standard. So down here in the footer, you want to link to all your socials. If you do it inside WordPress, you don't have to worry about redesigning the website and doing all this. You just, why rebuild a template for home service businesses that we know works really well, right? You get that, hire someone on, Upwork for $400 who can do the whole thing for you, right? Our people can do it, but we'll charge you 3 times as much, right? This is great, right? Before and after, tell the story. But the biggest thing is you've just got to generate the signals for Google to be able to see. Repurpose that into social, into YouTube, into blog posts, because you've got a nice smiley picture here, right? God-fearing father, 3 kids, right? But there's not much more. And this doesn't look like a picture of Indiana. Not that it has to be in front of Indiana or in Indiana or in the local neighborhood, right? We have other friends that are in the Indy area. I'm sure you know some of them. You can interview them because home service businesses, they cross refer each other. Those can be guest blog posts. And that will help you with your SEO metrics. So your domain rating is a 0. So overall, you have no trust. There's no one linking to you. So there's no juice, no voting that's flowing to you. And you only rank on a few keywords. And then, of course, a one-page website doesn't give an opportunity to spread internal links, but at least you sort of rank on your name, low keyword difficulty. But how about this one here, Professional Painters, Indianapolis, but what about Zionsville? What about Zionsville pressure washing? What about interior painting, right? Zionsville plus other services. You could rank on those, but you have no other pages to do that on. So there's only one page here. So your SEO is actually very easy to fix. It's because it's not existent, which doesn't allow people to link to you. And of course, we ask Google, what do you know about Prodigy Painters? And they say, all we know is this one page and it doesn't have any authority. Using various SEO tools, they can do that. And of course, need more citations. It's a little bit of work in the beginning. Google's able to figure out that you do have a Facebook, even though you didn't link to it, but well, actually it's linked from Facebook to your website, but you're not linking back from your website the other way. So let's get these basic things in place, and I'm happy to take a look at your progress along the way. I'd say post the update. I'll give you another like. Now you have 29, or sorry, is it 7 likes, 8 likes? I want you to post in this group, Digital Marketing with Dennis Yu, and post your updates. If you want, you could write kind of a summary, or we could turn this little audit into a quick summary of what you need to do. And that allows us to then link from our site, which is a domain rating 62, which is very powerful, and be able to legitimately pass you a link. That would probably be worth $150, $200 a month to rent a link. Not like we would sell links, but people that rent links, which you shouldn't do. That's about what it would cost, but I'm happy to just give that to you just because you don't have any juice coming in. I've covered a lot of these stats very quickly, but you can see there's no power coming in, and Google's looking at the strength of who's, is there like a Zionsville newspaper? Are there other businesses that you can guest blog on? Are there other signals? Things that you're doing with the church, soccer teams, other things that you're involved in, there's no links that are coming in on that. And so that can be tied to you. It can be tied to your business, Prodigy Painters. It can be tied to you talking about your staff or other people in home services or who you learn from, or, talking about your kids. I mean, there's lots of things that you can do to show more about you. And then that reflects across all stages of the content factory. So let us know what do you think, and the offer to give you a free blog post, meaning let's take this audit and turn it into like a highlight story about you and feature you on my blog. Happy to do that. I think that's worth more than this audit. But I want to see you actually take action. I don't think it's really hard because you do good service. You just need to get more of these reviews, repurpose these stories. Not like Zionsville is particularly difficult, but Indianapolis is a lot more difficult, and you're going to need a lot more. I mean, we do a search on, Indianapolis painting, you're going to see what you're dealing with. Painters, right? These other guys have way more reviews. They have way more trust here. Look, they rank on 6,200 keywords. Domain rating's not that great, but they have a lot of these links that are coming in, the citations, the relationships with other businesses, right? And they have lots of pages. All these other guys, right? They're all doing the same thing. 23,000 keywords. I mean, I don't think you need that many. I mean, it depends what the keywords are, right? But look, and then you have these larger players. But let me just look at any one of these, like these guys here. They get 6,200 visits from Google a month, it says. And here they're doing articles, right? What's the best paint for this or that? And you can do blog posts on that. I don't recommend this as a first step for you, because this is when you get big enough that you can start to go after all these like kind of DIY terms that generate search traffic that shows that you are a painting company, but this doesn't drive jobs. And when you're smaller, you have to get more business, right? Getting more business means bottom of funnel, not because someone who's saying best Sherwin, can't even spell right, best Sherwin-Williams exterior paint, they're trying to do it themselves, right? There's value in these guys. They're getting 54 of these 500 searches a month, these elite pro painting guys, but this doesn't really drive business. This is just like an intermediate step to drive more search traffic overall to eventually then, rank on the local terms. Here with these guys, they are not showing up in local. This is a competitor, right? And you can just see, right? There's no local here. There's no map. There's no map pack here. So these guys are trying to do SEO. They think they're doing SEO. I'm sure they have an SEO company, but they're not getting it. These are people that are searching all over the US on artillery fungus remover. I don't even know what that is, right? But let's do it the right way. Let's make your phone ring. Local service ads is my top recommendation. Not that hard to set up. Keep us posted. Post inside this group, Digital Marketing with Dennis Yu, and we will help you along the way. So let me know, what do you think?